Good morning guys and welcome back for a new vlog. I thought today I wanted to check in with you guys. I have been thinking about a lot of things lately and what I want to do on my YouTube channel. And for a start, happy fall. We have finally entered one of my favorite seasons. And right now it's still a bit summery here in Copenhagen, but I can definitely feel the fall vibes and getting back into routines, which is what we are talking about today. And so for the next 4 weeks I want to take you along on improving my daily routines and just really kick off this back to routines vibe and how I can actually improve on my self-esteem and what I can do to become the best version of myself. It is something that I have been thinking about for a while, as I have been struggling a bit with low self-esteem and it has been taking a lot of time in my mindset. So now I just really want to improve it. I want to improve on my daily routines for getting a better mental health and physical health as well. So I want to share with you, and maybe you want to join me on the ride. It could be that some of my routines could be helpful for you as well. I am getting a lot of questions about being productive throughout the day and also how I can just manage all of my social media platforms, and we will get to that in one of the episodes too. So today I wanted to share the list with you that I've made to improve my routines, and it is starting with a very simple and a very common thing. The first thing that I am really trying to do every single day is to put my phone away at least half an hour before bedtime and also half an hour when I wake up. So I won't look at my phone until 30 minutes into my day, and I actually already started that a few weeks ago, and I can honestly say it had changed so much for my sleeping routine, and it's also just making my mornings a lot more calm, because the first thing that I used to do was look at my screen and wake up while scrolling. Now instead I write in my journal and my gratitude book. So I do something instead where I am checking in on myself and how I feel the current day. So that is the first thing that I would recommend you to try as well. It has been such a pleasure for me and I'm sleeping a lot better. It could also be more than half an hour, but it's just that my working routines are a bit off. So sometimes I am really on the screen or on the phone until very late. So I've just started with a very easy target for me. So half an hour was a start for me, and maybe I can improve on that as well the more we are getting into it. Yeah, second of all, as I mentioned, I really want to improve on my self-esteem. So I really try to work with my thoughts, and I have been going to a lot of therapy. That is to mention here, I think, because I've gotten a lot of tools on how I can train my mind and how I can work on my mental health. So these suggestions are not just something that I just came up with. I have been working with it for quite a long time now. So what I do, what is working for me, is really trying to think that thoughts are just thoughts, but also that when I am down that road, I should really take myself out of the position that I'm at. If I'm at the couch scrolling, I should move to another place and start doing something else. For me, it has really been working to read and to enter another, I can say it is kind of another world for me when I'm reading. So I really try and take myself out out of the current situation and then actually physically move and do something else. It could also be to go for a workout or to go for a walk or just make a coffee, just really have a change of scenery. So I am trying to do that as well, and it is hard because it is easy to just stay in that state of mind if you're already there. But I really try to, because I want to improve my mental health and I want to train my brain and thoughts to knowing that I am actually in charge of how I am feeling, and also which thoughts that I am picking to analyze, because you don't have to. You can also just let it slide with all of the other thoughts that you're letting go of. So yeah, I am doing that a lot at the moment. It could be a tip for you as well if you are struggling a lot with overthinking and comparing. So the third thing I'm doing, which I really know is so important both for me physically but also mentally, is that I work out every morning. Not every morning, but like 5 times a week. And it doesn't have to be like a very hard workout. It's just that I am starting my day with getting out of my apartment and moving my body. It seems to work so well for my digestion throughout the day as well. I've just seen that after I started having my workouts consistently in the mornings, and then I have a lot more energy and I also have a lot more balance in my body throughout the whole day. So this September I really want to keep on having this workout routine, because it is easier to get out of bed when the sun is up early. So now when the darkness is arriving, and it will be dark until 8 or 9 here in Copenhagen at some point, I will just really try and focus on all of the good things and the benefits that I'm gaining from it, and then really try and keep on being consistent with my routines. And I think that's why I also want to share it, because one thing is having routines, kind of routines during summer, they are always a bit off for me. Then here in September and during fall, I feel like this is where I set my routines for the rest of the winter. So I just really want to keep being in a balanced routine for this fall and winter, and now it's time to set the tone for it. So yes, that was the first 3 things that I'm focusing on. The 4th thing that I will keep a focus on this September is really listening to my own needs. I am a people pleaser and I tend to say yes to appointments and stuff that I really don't feel like going for, or which simply just doesn't fit into my schedule. And I feel like I need to be better at not moving other things that I actually really want to do for other people's suggestions. So I will try and keep a focus on not saying yes if it doesn't feel right. And I for sure know that people would understand, so it's really just for myself that I need to improve on feeling that it is okay to say no sometimes and prioritize my own needs. So for that I am just really trying to listen to my gut feeling every time and just feel like, okay, is this something that I really want to go for, or am I doing this just to please the persons who are asking? So yeah, that is another focus. I think this one will be quite hard for me, but I really want to be better at just listening to myself and what I am really feeling. And the last thing is that I want to be better at living in the present. As you know, my full-time job is social media and I am a lot on both Instagram and TikTok and all of the platforms. So I am living a lot through my screen, and just lately I've been thinking if I'm like living more on my Instagram than in my present life. So I really want to be better at having appointments or having coffee dates and date nights with my boyfriend and stuff like that, where I really put the phone away, so I simply just doesn't have it with me. I just feel like it is very important to have a balance as well, that knowing this, that of course it is your work and sometimes it is very easy and very quick to just take the photo, but it could also be very good to sometimes just put the phone away. Yeah, so I am trying to really improve on not being so much in my thoughts and head, and try to be more in my body and my feelings. So that is what I want to do this September. And of course I will share more routines with you. I will definitely do a episode of like my morning routines, my working routines, my just daily day-to-day life routines and stuff like that, my evening routines as well. Also set another little thing for me this September. So I have set the goal to read at least 2 to 3 books this September. Right now I am reading, oh it's not here, but I am reading the Start of Us. I have already read The End of Us. I am looking so much forward to the ending. I am more than halfway through, and after that I am reading the book Atomic of Habits. I think that's the title. So if you want to join me, we can start a little challenge of becoming the best version of ourselves this fall. It could be just whatever you feel like is something you want to improve on of yourself. And when you're thinking about being the best version of you, I think we all have some things that we could say. If I imagine myself being the best version of myself, it would be doing this and that. So yeah, it could be fun to hear your thoughts on what you want to improve on. And I will see you guys on Thursday, where we are going into how my 6 a.m. morning routine is. So yeah, I am looking forward to this getting back to routine series, and I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of fun with it, and I hope that you will join me on this little challenge.